If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. The key to pursuing perfection is to understand what exactly is driving the underperformance. Getting to the root cause is the key factor in moving the needle in the right direction. Let's start by defining root cause. A root cause is the fundamental reason for the occurrence of a problem. Identifying the root cause is crucial for effective problem solving, as it allows for the implementation of solutions that address the underlying issue rather than just its symptoms. There are a few techniques that we will soon learn that are a systematic approach to identifying the potential causes by using data as proof. So, what exactly is a root cause? First and foremost, it's a factor that leads towards a nonconformance. That's a definition, but it's not to be confused with a symptom or the problem that we're experiencing. It is vitally important to identify the underlying cause first before going straight into solution mode. Now, sometimes you will have low hanging fruit as the cause for the pain point, but there are other times you will need to dig deep in order to identify and then do something about it. And now imagine, if you will, an open green field. In the center of this field is a very healthy tree. The outside part with the green leaves represent the patients. Servicing the ill patients is the healthcare facility. These are the things that are visible to the outside world. We recognize there are branches holding up the patient and the facility. It's made up of activities and processes such as medical service providers and the nurses and technicians. There are front desk staff and administrators, health forms, computer systems, work schedules, equipment, technology, and so on, in order to get the job done. But under the ground, the tree roots reveal non-conforming issues preventing patient flow or quality of care or even profitability. There are things like turnover, outdated equipment, inefficient training, or inexperienced staff, even short staffing issues, lack of effective communication, the challenges with the facility layout, and so on. All of these underlying issues are stunting growth and proper workflow. These factors lead to some sort of nonconformance, which needs to be rooted out because these factors set into motion a cause and effect reaction that lead to a bigger problem, either upstream or downstream. These factors are usually not visible, thereby making them a challenge to identify. Understanding the difference between root cause and symptom is crucial for effective problem solving. The root cause is the underlying factor that leads to an issue, while the symptom is the visible manifestation of the problem. Addressing only the symptom can lead to recurring issues, whereas identifying and fixing the root cause ensures long-term resolution. By the time you are searching for a root cause, you're already looking for something that has happened in the past and are reacting to an event. By this point, you are trying to look for a way to fix the nonconformance as quickly as possible in order to get to a long-term solution once and for all. Let's explore the difference between a root cause and a symptom. In this real example, at an industrial facility, workers were often subjected to extremely large chunks of falling ice, at times weighing upwards of 50 pounds. You can see why this situation is dangerous for workers down below. Now, this team initially thought the problem was easy to fix. After all, it was the extreme temperatures leading up to winter that resulted in water melting and freezing, which caused the buildup of ice. But this was actually a symptom, or the noticeable manifestation or indication of an underlying problem or condition. In this case, workers observed that cold weather fluctuations resulted in heavy ice formations high above on the platforms. Nevertheless, a separate team pressed forward to dig through the weeds and found that the true root cause was an unintended release of steam from piping and broken valves. Furthermore, a lack of visual indicators pinpointing where the leaks were occurring during the warmer weather eventually led to the ice forming during the cold weather. By fixing the leaks before winter, this led to a dramatic decrease in the buildup of ice. Another analogy that I like to use, which is medically relatable, is if I get a paper cut, the symptom is a sharp intense pain from the many nerve endings in the outermost layer of the skin. I also notice slight redness or swelling as part of the healing response, and possibly a small amount of blood, as paper cuts often do not go deep enough to cause significant bleeding. However, the root cause of the paper cut can be attributed to a sharp, jagged paper edge slicing the skin with enough force to penetrate it. This happens after using a new brand of paper stock that is cheaper than the usual product. The paper sheets that are normally fastened together out of a ream instead of as a single sheet that gets dislocated from the rest. In addition, being distracted and rushing through the opening of a new bundle causes me to get cut. That is an example of root cause. Therefore, problem-solving efforts typically revolve around identifying what we call the red X, or the underlying factor, and then trying to fix and correct. This situation tends to repeat itself within the system because the efforts are aimed at the apparent cause. Our goal is to use root cause analysis tools to uncover the truth. This awareness allows us to eliminate or prevent future occurrences. One quick and dirty approach is to shoot at whatever is moving, or whichever squeaky wheel idea gains traction. But the more difficult approach requires detective work to look for clues using hard data and applying a systematic approach. In the lean world, we prefer the latter to permanently prevent the issue from happening again. And that's because a quick fix provides immediate relief, but may not address the underlying problem, leading to recurring issues. Understanding the root cause before implementing a solution ensures that the problem is fully resolved, preventing future complications. While quick fixes save time initially, long-term effectiveness often requires a thorough analysis, leading to a more sustainable and robust solution. So now let's pause for a few minutes to think about what issues you have seen in your current or past roles that were the point and shoot approach. Or do you have any experience using a methodical root cause analysis approach, and what were the results? Do you have any examples to share with your team which can serve as a guide as to how you want to approach your project?